Welcome back to ITV Art, where we feature the best of independent artists from the Pacific Northwest. I'm your host, Darren, and right now we're standing here in the Bellevue Arts Museum in downtown Bellevue, Washington, with Stefano, the curator of the museum. How's it going this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So tell me something about the exhibits that you are in charge of here at the museum.
Upcoming, Ron Ho, Dim Sum at the On Tea Room, the jewelry of Ron Ho. We will have also Turning Wood into Art, opening in December. The current shows on mapping and Gary Knox Bennett, Call Me Chairmaker. Several other exhibitions in the past.
Awesome.
We can talk about it.
Cool, definitely. So we're going to be featuring a segment a little later on the show about David Chat that was done here earlier this year. Can you tell me a little bit about that artist and what that was like working with him?
Oh, he's a fantastic artist. Very well known nationally. Also well known in Seattle, the greater Seattle area. David Chet works with beads, almost in a compulsive way, and he makes these incredible contraptions, beautiful objects. They have a lot of movement and dynamism. They're also very decorative, but there is a lot of work. They're very labor intensive, and he's an amazing guy to work with.
And the name of that exhibit was?
Two Hands, 20 Years and a Billion Beads.
A billion beads. There was definitely a lot of beadwork involved with that. There was some phenomenal pieces. So speaking of artists, the exhibit that you have going on right now with Gary Knox Bennett, tell me a little bit about that. I see a lot of wonderful chairs around here, a lot of interesting designs.
Yeah, Gary Knox Bennett, Call Me Chairmaker, features 52 chairs by Gary Knox Bennett, an artist based in Oakland, born and raised in Oakland actually. Gary, who's 72, worked for the last 3 years on a series of chairs. I think so far he made about 100 chairs. We are featuring only 52, which is actually plenty to fill the whole third floor of the museum. All the chairs are takeoffs most of the chairs are takeoffs of famous designs. So we're talking about Frank Lloyd Wright and Charles Rennie Mackintosh and Martha Stewart and Philip Stark and William Morris. So there are many, many designers, George Nakashima, Gord Petter, I'm just mentioning some of the architects or designers or furniture makers who have made chairs in their career. Most of the chairs are visual puns or literal puns of these famous designs, and some of them are very hybrid. So they brings together several ideas of several designs. So it's a very contemporary show because I believe chairs are very common objects, but at the same time they're very unique. Each one of them is like a human being, has a different personality. I guess probably only cars have so many different models as chairs, or maybe teapots, I would say.
Well, I heard that Gary got his start early on by doing something unusual. Can you tell us a little bit about that? It was involving how he got his start in art?
Yeah, I believe you're referring to Gary being a sort of mogul for roach clips. Yeah, in the 60s, Gary started a business called Squirkin Works, producing various designs for roach clips, and I hope your audience know what is a roach clip.
So this also grew into sort of a phenomenon. He went into larger works and doing other things, correct?
Yes, because doing roach clips required a lot of metal work, and later at the end of the 60s, when Richard Nixon came to presidency, to office, Gary realized that probably coffee shops, that's the way they were called, I think, at that time, selling roach clips were not a good business to be in. And he transformed his skills, or applied his skills of metal worker to producing the first body of work, which were mostly clockworks, wood and metal. And then that's where he got acquainted with the wood and started to produce benches and tables and side tables and cabinets, until now we have chairs.
Well, definitely. These chairs are some amazing pieces of artwork that I've seen here. Stefano, I want to thank you for letting us come by and do an interview with you here at the Bellevue Arts Museum. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll come back by later this year. Don't forget you can go to our website, itvnw.com, where you can register to become an ITV VIP member, enter to win free prizes, and win guest appearances on the show. This is Darren, coming to you from the Bellevue Arts Museum in downtown Bellevue, Washington. Promotional consideration is provided by ClubVibes.com. Club Vibes is the premier web guide to nightlife, nightclubs, and entertainment in the world. Club Vibes has all the latest nightclub information, concert listings, and event reviews. ClubVibes.com. Where do you want to go tonight? IndieClub.com. If you have a passion for making movies, using film or video, and are looking for others who have similar interests, then look no further. IndieClub.com is the premier site for networking others with the same filmmaking interests. IndieClub.com. Networking actors, filmmakers, and crew. And Elliott Insurance and Financial Services, a registered Farmers Insurance Group agent covering vehicle, home, life, and commercial. Elliott Insurance and Financial Services can help you find the right coverage for your needs. Visit them online at einsurancefinancial.com. Comic Book Inc. is proud to be Tacoma's oldest and largest comic book shop. We're located at 1625 East 72nd and Portland Avenue at the beautiful Johnsboro Station in Suite 800. Visit us at comicbookinc.com.
Energy, music, technology. Mad Malcolm Productions Incorporated. Electronic music production with music on the iTunes Music Store and available for licensing, and multimedia content creation. Visit madmalcolm.com for more information.
It's late and I'm so hungry. I'm gonna call Pizza Passion.
With 2 locations to serve you in Broadway and Greenwood. Give us a call tonight.
If you live in the Seattle area, come get a hot, fresh Pizza Passion pizza delivered to your door tonight. If you don't live in Seattle, come visit us on your next trip into town. You'll be glad you did.